Alright, let's go. This was many of us waking up this morning as you checked your crypto portfolio.
What do you feel?
So look, if you bought a couple weeks ago at the top, you probably feel like yeah, that, or him. But hopefully you held strong, because I still think come 2025, that sweet music will be playing once again. So look, the new year is here. It's time to try some new things. You gotta stand up for what you believe in.
Enough is enough! Enough is enough!
Or else, this is gonna be you, walking into work, knowing your entire future depends on a bull run of imaginary internet money. But this really is one of my favorite weeks of the year. Sure, none of us probably got as good of a present as Jimmy Kimmel, but as we inch closer to January 20th, 2025, it truly feels like we are reaching the end of an era. So let's make 2025 a year to shine a light on the truth.
Mr. Prime Minister. Yeah. Please get the fuck out of BC. You suck.
Where it's fine to be who you are, and if people don't like it, well, let's start right here. As Grandpa reminds us, we're still very early to crypto.
Ripple, a new stablecoin backed by the US dollar, now available to trade. Would you use Ripple to pay for things?
Oy.
So you would welcome an XRP ETF then?
We would certainly welcome it, and I think it's inevitable that there'll be, multiple ETFs around different tokens. And I think you'll even see ETFs potentially around baskets that also, I think, further diversify that risk.
Are you in talks with the largest issuers, particularly BlackRock, to get this done?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that. I know BlackRock has said some things publicly. We think it makes sense for the XRP community overall.
And this was pretty interesting, an interview with Charles Gasparino of Fox Business.
I always thought the regulation of Ripple was, just needless, given all. Think about it. They were going after Ripple and XRP while Sam Bankman-Fried, it was going nuts, essentially ripping people off. So I always felt that was regulatory overreach. I always felt there is a need for a safe harbor. So this technology, Ripple does have an underlying technology. We've essentially forced it overseas, I believe, is where it is, because it's kind of in regulatory never land. Still, to this day, the SEC is appealing the case. And then because they brought the case, this is how stupid it is. So they bring the case, they get this moron judge who says, oh no, they don't deserve this. Investors, the retail investors don't need the disclosure. They're okay not disclosing to retail, but they should have disclosed it to the institution. This idiotic judge didn't even know that she established precedent that there should be less disclosure for retail. That shows you what a mess bringing this case was and how they went after him.
That's definitely not the same opinion I remember him giving just a couple of months ago on Fox with Big D, John Deaton.
I think the SEC is going to win. And I tell you, it's going to be a bad day for crypto if they win.
Okay,
right.
We're going to put that dinner on that?
Steak.
Steak, you got it.
Can I come?
So not sure what side he's really on, but I did find this workout picture that he posted that I found quite telling. Wait, is that a... Anyways, let's move it over here. If we follow the March 2017 pattern, XRP will break out of this falling wedge pattern tomorrow and reach $5.60 on January 19th. And we can see this chart posted by Crypto Bull, but there are other factors as well. Obviously, we know about the inauguration on January 20th, which definitely could play out to be a buy the rumor and sell the news situation. But we also have this. Breaking, FTX will start paying $16 billion in claims starting January 3rd, 2025. Nearly $12 billion in stablecoins. This will kickstart alt season. And it very well might, as all of these funds have been essentially lost for about 2 years. And as someone that's due to receive a claim, I'm kind of looking at this like found money. It is worth noting though that the date of January 3rd has not been officially confirmed. When you file a claim with FTX and complete the last step of linking the exchange you want the payment sent to, it tells you that you should receive your claim within 60 days.
Fuck FTX.
Let's take a look at this, because this may be the most shocking part of the entire video, and that is, we actually have a sponsor. And I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. who would want to sponsor this? But it's a new AI project that I think you might like. I also got them to agree to do a $100 giveaway, and if we get this video over 2,000 likes, they're actually going to double it and give away $200. So I'll tell you how to win in just a second. All right, so take a look at this. This is AURK, a decentralized AI platform with the goal of making AI development easy and accessible for everyone. What's nice about this is you can train, deploy, and monetize AI models without having to write any code. AURK has this drag and drop interface, which allows you to build AI workflows and deploy AI models seamlessly. Models are then hosted across their decentralized nodes, guaranteeing security and availability. These AI models can also be easily integrated into dApps or workflows via API deployment. They also have community-driven governance through the AURK DAO, which allows token holders to vote on platform improvements. And there's the AURK Marketplace, where users can buy, sell, or license AI models and datasets. Their system also has built-in monetization tools, including revenue-sharing smart contracts, allowing creators to profit and retain full ownership of their models. So I'll leave links below if you want to check out AURK or go follow them on X. So thank you again to AURK for sponsoring this video, and if you want to participate in the giveaway, just like the video, comment below, and I'll choose the winners on the next video. All right, let's hop back on the train and take a look at this. Is $5.85 next for XRP? As we look at this from the Dark Defender, on November 20th, when XRP hovered around $1, I shared a bull flag scenario in a 4-hour time frame. He then says, on November 30th, we hit our Fibonacci target, listed at $1.88. On December 2nd, we touched $2.90. And considering the initial 4-hour pattern, we now have a similar pattern in the daily time frame. He says these patterns are nearly identical, with the second bull flag targets and the second Fibonacci level at $5.85. The next level is here around $10.20, with the last Fibonacci targets standing at $18.22 and then $36. And this is not the first time we are talking about this $36 level. There is also a trend line that corresponds to XRP getting to this $16 to $36 level. The trend line corresponds to the candle body closes chart on the monthly scale. And it is good to look at the candle body closes chart, especially when looking at higher time frames, as it usually delivers less false signals. Candle body closes on higher time frames also provide a stronger confirmation compared to counting the wicks. And you can see past support and resistance levels here on the line chart, with the final targets here between $16 and $36. Additionally, if we apply the same measured mood to this breakout that we saw to the breakout of 2017, that would put XRP's price around $23. And take a look at this from John D. The war on crypto continues. This post is linked below, but to summarize, Big D is criticizing the IRS's new crypto broker tax reporting rule, which was finalized very secretly the Friday before New Year's Eve under the Biden-Warren administration as an attack on DeFi protocols. The rule imposes reporting requirements on decentralized platforms, undermining decentralization and privacy. John D. believes it's a final attempt to hinder a pro-crypto agenda and urges Congress to reverse it, mentioning Senator Elizabeth Warren's similar past legislation against Bitcoin self-custody. So anything dealing with crypto that has the names Biden or Warren on it should be avoided more aggressively than a possible bird flu vaccine. This guy has the right idea. I just bought a new Jeep. I named it Elizabeth Warren, because it's all white, but it says it's a Cherokee. And this piece of shit is back in the news. Montenegro's justice minister signs order to extradite Do Kwon to the US. Article is linked below, but it says the decision was made to move him to the US over South Korea after the Supreme Court of Montenegro verified that all legal prerequisites for extradition were fulfilled. The US plans to prosecute Do Kwon for securities fraud, wire fraud, commodities fraud, and market manipulation related to the Terra USD and Luna collapse, with the goal of potential asset recovery for the victims. I personally hope they put him in a cell with Diddy and no lube. Alright, I want to take a look at some of the price action, but first we have to say RIP to former President Jimmy Carter. Now, when we look at possible reasons for the recent crash, there are a couple things to look at. First, the delisting of USDT in Europe due to the MiCA regulation is having an immediate impact. It's leading to reduced liquidity on European exchanges. This can potentially increase trading costs and alter market dynamics as traders shift towards other stablecoins or fiat pairs. But when you look at the big picture, this could be seen as good timing, as RLUSD could mitigate the effects of USDT's delisting by providing needed liquidity with a USD peg. RLUSD follows regulatory compliance under MiCA, and its integration with Ripple's payment solutions already enhance cross-border transactions. And the other thing that could be shaking up the market is what we see here from Robert Kiyosaki. Larry Fink is dumping Bitcoin. And we have talked about this on the last video, but he says Vivek warned Larry Fink of BlackRock is a Marxist. Vivek warned Fink and BlackRock are shareholder capitalists, not stakeholder capitalists. Shareholder capitalists are Marxists. Like Klaus Schwab says, someday you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. I love Bitcoin in my own wallet. I would not trust Bitcoin in BlackRock's ETF. BlackRock is suppressing Bitcoin's price so the whales can buy Bitcoin under 100K. I predict Bitcoin to hit 350K in 2025. And despite that, we see this. Just in, Bloomberg says BlackRock Spot ETF is the greatest launch in ETF history. And this is interesting from Lord Saylor, savior of the Bitcoin maxis. Hey Elon, you once said Bitcoin could return to Tesla if 50% of its energy came from renewables. Well, BTC is now 56.76 sustainable, outperforming every other major industry. Will Tesla embrace Bitcoin again? The world is watching. And if we look at the price of Bitcoin on a weekly scale, you can see that this bearish divergence is still in play and cannot be ignored. If the stochastic RSI can close above this 85.44 level on the weekly close, this would negate the divergence. However, if the SRSI crosses and stays below the 80 level for the next couple of weekly closes, it would be expected that this CME gap will fill. And the CME gap in crypto refers to a price jump or drop between the closing and opening of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange's Bitcoin futures market. This is due to off-hours trading. If we head within this orange box, which is the CME gap, and the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index turns to fear, this would be a good spot to add towards your position. And if we take a look here at XRP, looking at this one on a 2-week scale to try to eliminate as many false signals as possible, XRP is still above the 80 level on the stochastic RSI, but if both lines were to head below and stay below, you would expect this orange box to get hit. And we've been talking about this level for a while, between the 0.618 and the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement levels. This corresponds to between $1.01 and $1.41. And although we've had this recent price drop, we can see that the RSI is still extremely overbought, as this is the third highest level in XRP 2-week history. So happy New Year, everyone. Let's choose the right side in 2025. Try not to do anything you're going to regret. Remember, not every deal is a good deal. And if you have a couple more minutes, you may also like this video right here, where we look at dates given for XRP to reach $27. Until the next time, be safe.